Hi, I'm Iyare, this is Fantastic Realm. We've got another roundup of the best books out this week for you. Stick around. Let's start at the beginning of the new Wolverine series. This is Wolverine Noir. And like the other Noir books that are on your shelves, Daredevil's got one, Spider-Man's got one, the X-Men have one. This basically is a reimagining of the kind of Wolverine legend in a hard-boiled, Philip Marlowe style detective noirish world. Okay, so if that sounds like it's up your street, Wolverine, but kind of a slightly darker, more realistic version of Wolverine, then it's definitely worthy of your attention. This is Wolverine Noir #1 on your shelves this week. There's also a couple of big finishes this week out. The very legendary 100 Bullets reaches issue 100 and its final issue this week. So for all of the people that have been following 100 Bullets, this is going to be an absolute essential book. Possibly if you haven't been following 100 Bullets, might be time to kind of get on the trades or whatever, but this is going to be something that lots of people are going to want this week. So if it's something that you want, make sure you get out there quick, because it will literally be walking off the shelves. Another comic that has finally released its final issue is this Halo, Bendis's version of the massive game classic. If you've been following this, you've been waiting for issue #4 for absolutely ages. It's finally on your shelves this week. So for all Halo fans, all Bendis fans, you're going to have to grab this one to kind of complete the set. Issue #4 of the Halo mini-series hits your shelves this week. Brubaker fans need to pay a special attention this week, as there are 2 books that Brubaker has out that you're definitely going to want to catch. The first up of those is his run on Captain America continues. Basically what he's done in Captain America is replaced Steve Rogers with Bucky. Do you remember Bucky, the old sidekick? Well, it turns out that he was the Winter Soldier for a long time, and now he is taken on the mantle of Captain America. And whilst it shouldn't be very good, the fact that as kind of secondary character is taken over from the main guy, it actually works real well, and this has been a really great, in fact an outstanding run on Captain America by Ed Brubaker. But that's not enough for Brubaker this week. He also has his indie series. This is just absolutely astonishing. I love this book so much. This is Incognito. This is issue #3, and this tells the story of a former supervillain who kind of goes into the witness protection plan and suppresses his kind of superpowers for years, and that's basically what happens until one day they start to come back, and he starts to kind of want to live the super life again, and the consequences of that decision unfold in this book. This is beautifully done. It's dark, it's kind of twisted, it's compelling reading, and it has you rooting for a bad guy all the way through. So if that all sounds like your cup of tea, you'll definitely want this Incognito issue 3 on your shelves this week. Oh, will the gore never end? According to Kirkman, no, it won't, as Walking Dead hits issue #60. This is a massive landmark. This book is just epic, sprawling. It's a lot of people kind of hold this up as a bit of a masterpiece. If you have been following Walking Dead, as issue 60 is a bit of a landmark, and I think it's definitely one you're going to want. For fans who are casual sorts of fans who haven't necessarily followed it all the way through, this is a good jumping on point. And you know what, it's just one of those sorts of sprawling books. It doesn't take really long to kind of catch up to the action in Walking Dead, and once you're into it, you kind of get hooked. So beware, it's on your shelves this week. Issue #60 of The Walking Dead, Kirkman's monochromatic masterpiece, out this week. Our last offering for you this week is this, issue #35 of the Green Lantern Corps. This is another prelude to Blackest Night, which is going to be, if DC have anything to do with it, one of the biggest comic book events of 2009. This is another setup book. What we get in this book is basically what Sinestro's been up to, as all of these different lights and lanterns have been emerging all over the universe. So if you want to have any sort of a handle on what's going to be a very big kind of comic book event this year, then you'll definitely want this book in your life. Green Lantern Corps #35. It's out now. That's just about all we've got time for this week on Fantastic Realm. I will be back next week with more brand new comic books to hit your comic book shelves. Make sure you join us then. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep rating us, keep sending us your comments and questions. And ultimately, if you're feeling the show, let somebody know. We'll catch you next week. You can buy any of the books we reviewed at fantasticrealm.co.uk, and don't forget to quote the code FAN1 to get yourself a 10% discount. You can also check us out at our eBay store and see more videos, or join our online communities at Facebook, MySpace and YouTube. We've now launched the Fantastic Realm video podcast on iTunes, so feel free to add a comment about this video below, and don't forget you can drop by the store to check out what we've got in stock.